In Namibia, a quiet but powerful transformation is underway. A nation that has placed women at the highest levels of leadership in Africa, yet still wrestles with what that transformation truly means.
My journey up to here didn't come on a silver plate. Namibia's progress of women in leadership didn't happen by chance. It is a result of deliberate decision that was made over the years by the government and under the leadership of the SWAPO party.
It's not about women empowerment, it's about justice, and not only justice, it's about fully utilizing the capacity that Namibia has. So when you exclude anyone, whether they are young or they are female or they come from a different tribe or from a different race, what you are actually doing is you are denying yourself and the country the opportunity to benefit from what that person has to offer.
We participated in the struggle. This story of thinking only people in exile struggled is not so true.
From liberation struggle to constitutional democracy, Namibia built a system that deliberately opened doors for women.
If we have to look at the last 10 years, I think what we forget drove some of this was the zebra system that was introduced by the ruling party, which was basically a quota system for women in the ruling party. And because the ruling party had, at the time, a 2/3 majority of parliament, overnight, when that was implemented and they won the election, overnight we doubled.
You can have a lot of women in politics and everywhere in management positions, but that doesn't necessarily mean that a lot of changes are going to happen in terms of progressive things happening that benefit women or young people generally.
There are impressive women, I'm not taking that away, okay? But they are not your average Namibian woman. The woman selling vegetables at the market or farming a small plot in the village. That woman, they at the grassroots, have they moved into power? Perhaps not.
Beneath the success stories lies a deeper divide between symbolic inclusion and lived experience.
We still have a long way to ensure that a number of young people are represented at the table, because most of the opportunities that are given to young people are quite limited. One, two, they do not really speak to the social realities of young people. And of course, most of these programs are also not inclusive. And inclusive in a manner that we still have a lot of young people in the rural areas that are not accorded an opportunity to be at the decision-making table.
Namibia is considered a leader in terms of women representation. We have almost 50% now of women in the legislature. But what has that translated into? Representation in a nominal sense doesn't always equal substantive change or transformation in terms of how we deal with issues that affect either women or young people.
When it comes to financing, women businesses suffer. Even when a woman is qualified and they can fill a position, there are always doubts that this woman, if she wants to go and have a mining company, would she be able to pull it through? So you see that the majority of the companies that are getting funding are those that are owned or led by men.
Some of the patriarchal challenges still stated in the structures, where even though we have women at the highest level, some of the patriarchal principle still stays in place. So, for instance, giving more serious beats as politics to men over women still continues. If you look at the political reporters right now, you still have male reporters who are still at the forefront of politics, for instance.
We believe that we in the media have a role to play in that, to make sure that we highlight the plight of women, that women who are making big moves in society are always put on the pedestal in our reporting. It is a responsibility of people like myself as editors to make sure that there are enough safeguards for female reporters so that they can grow in their careers and become what we are today as male editors.
As women, we must not feel that we are women, we are executives, we are professionals, we are qualified like our, male counterparts.
Men should play the role of educating, especially young boys, so that as they grow up knowing that they are, an equal member of the human race with their women counterparts, and that really gives them that mentality and the ability to be able to accept that we can coexist and work together and not claim to be the better one. And I think that will also go a long way in addressing some of these problems that are dogging our society, like gender-based violence and other gender-related conflicts.
Media, politics, society, all shaping the same unresolved question: has transformation truly reached everyone?
We inside the country already 1959, the old occasion was led by women. The women were tired. I remember Aupa Fritz, the story goes, was clapped by a white man, and the women were over their heads about that disrespect of their leader. And without fear, they stood up. And when that happened, the whole situation in the old location really changed to the killing of 12 people. So women were already in both these different communities. Then women were also transitioned from the German occupation, from being deeply cultural, into religion, into the introduction of Christianity. So women were there to make sure that church building is opened after it was built by men, of course, and it is cleaned up, and they have services every Sunday. So women were playing these roles all along.
The women that we are talking about that are in these political positions, okay, are they there in descriptive terms? We know they are there, but substantively, what are they doing for that ordinary Namibian? For me, that is where I want to see the difference, because right now it's very difficult. Okay, and I need to put a caveat here, because this administration is about less than 2 years. So we still need to give them a bit of time, but still, in my opinion, even in the past, when you look at what has been happening, what substantial changes had that made? Because in terms of the responsibilities of what a woman is supposed to do, what a man has to do, those have not changed. They still continue. The burden still falls on women.
There's no someone that understands what we are going through. We need someone that knows, that is experiencing the same situations, the same problems we are going through. So yeah, I think there is Emma Theophilus, but it's not enough. I think she's a bit old. Yeah, we need more of younger people that understand who young people are.
The youth that are interested in politics or interested in giving change to the Namibian economy, we are here and we are ready to take up space. We just need the opportunity.
The people who can best understand how the youth are in terms of unemployment, struggling with jobs, poverty, mental health. Only, I believe, young people are the people that understand these struggles, maybe even more than the older people. And so maybe they just need to occupy just a bit more of these spaces.
So many people's mindsets still have to be changed. Not just men believing in women, but also women believing in other women. And that, I think, is the gap that needs to be bridged.
when people talk about politics, we usually look at people who are much more older, people who are in their 30s to 35 years old. We do not necessarily still focus on the younger generation, and I think it's important that we try and bring the younger generation into this, into politics.
More young people should take over in political positions because they're the ones who are economically active. So I think they could do a better job, not that the elderly are not doing a good job, but I think it would be better for society.
We can have all the young people in leadership positions, but the question is going to be, are they competent enough? And we can have women in leadership position. The question is going to be, are they competent? I'm one who's always advocated for appointments based on merits and leadership with merits, because at the end of the day, when there are no merits, we have kakistocracy or kleptocracy states.
Namibia stands at a crossroads. A nation celebrated for breaking barriers faces the hardest task of redefining what those barriers truly mean. Because beyond the zebra line, beyond representation, lies transformation.